little bit.
You see this? Dude, it's like notes from...
I was trying to figure out what it was.
It was his notes from a Mania meeting for Mania 6.
Okay.
Warriors, dude. Like, talks about him versus Hogan. It talks about, like, other matches.
No, dude.
No, it came in this book.
That like loose paper?
No, it's like a copy, but it's like a real color copy of his writing in blue ink. And then like a oversized like gimmick ticket from Mania 6. It came with this mask.
This looks real as shit. I gotta be honest with you.
I know. It looks real. And then, yeah, dude, those are all the gimmicks that came with this book. And then it
That's
also...
a fucking tight gimmick right there, dude.
Dude, this book is sick. I got over hard on it. Pause. There's another gimmick in here somewhere. That's what they are.
Dude, the theme
I
song
like his
sheet
fucking
music
State
though.
of Oregon wrestling card.
Yeah, dude, the wrestling and boxing license.
I like how it's like
Do you
a
need one of
coffee
those in
table
every
book
state?
instead of like just a
Or-
regular book.
Yeah, dude.
You
Oh.
do?
And you still like do.
All the reviews that I read about this book were like,
if you're
it's
gonna be
worth
like
it.
televised.
Look at that. Superposed down at Royal Rumble, dude.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yep.
Everything I read, every review I read.
Royal Rumble.
What's that?
No. They don't.
No, they
Like
haven't. in a long
no
time.
retro shit still exists.
That's like the best.
The
logo.
WrestleMania logo was like getting back like closer to the retro look.
And then like
the 32
tassels
logo
are like
looks
his tassels.
So
Dude,
tight.
the best. That's why I brought it out here, because I want to like,
Pop.
because we're on video. Yeah, we'll put it over. We ready?
Yeah.
Sick, dog. How you guys doing?
I'm doing pretty friggin' sweet after this last week.
Yeah, man, it's been a good week.
It has been a good week. We've been reviewing tape like
We're on
mad.
recording right now.
Oh, we should.
Yeah, why aren't you recording? You're a fucking jobber.
Should start out with just some chatter and
3,
like, not so forced.
2, 1.
What? Like last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good.
Yeah, I like opening with just chatter because it seems forced, like you said, if you like try to do an actual welcome.
Talk about Kurt Angle again.
Dude, I always
Kurt
talk about
Angle?
Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
We could talk about how the fact that like his brother just like killed a person in like vehicular
Angle's
manslaughter.
brother? I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah,
Because it's
David
not
Angle.
true. It didn't happen.
David Angle.
Yeah.
Did it happen?
Yeah, no, that's straight shoot. Like his brother killed someone recently.
Yeah.
Caitlyn Jenner killed somebody.
Who?
That's true.
Bruce Jenner.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. Right?
Oh, that heterosexual.
Yeah.
Jake from State Farm?
Dude, no. Hey, let's not bury her on this podcast. She's a beautiful, brave woman. She's a butterfly in the wind. You PC, bro?
You breaking down some South Park right
Yes, that was that
was a good
episode kicked
episode.
it off amazing.
now? That was good.
I'm so happy that South Park is back. But this J-Bron right here has not watched since like season 4.
So this is the first...
You bury South Park?
This is the first official episode of the Put 'Em Over podcast that's going to be on YouTube.
the vlog? The vlog?
The video log?
Yeah.
Yeah. Video blog? A blog? Welcome to my garage, where I set up this little studio for us.
Don't break kayfabe.
This is
You're
our
not
gorilla.
You're not supposed to break the fourth wall either.
Yeah.
You don't
What is
look at
that?
The camera.
What do you mean?
You don't acknowledge the camera. You just let it.
Oh, I
Really? Because I'm pretty sure like people address the camera when they cut
Yeah, but
promos.
he's generic, dude. Eric El Generico to my right,
Lucha John.
and then we have
Right in
a
there.
guest tonight. This is Pete's.
You might remember him as Stat
Yo.
Guy from episode 2.
Yeah,
True,
stat guy. Yeah. So Pete's, tell us about your experience listening to our podcast on the way over this morning.
It was tight. I have like a 3-hour ride over here, and so loaded it up on, downloaded it from iTunes.
Sweet.
Just threw it on in the car and just loving it. I mean,
It was fun.
everything from micro penis to facials. It just
Oh yeah.
has covered all the bases.
I love
We
that
have
I
a wide range of
I
topics.
snuck in the question that he just like skated right over when I said, "Well, how old were you when you had your first homosexual experience?"
Which is usually like right up John's alley to like comment.
Oh, there's a lot of things that are right up my alley.
Right. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, straight shoot, right? All right,
Like
so
them boys.
the boys. Speaking of the boys, should we start?
let's talk Ring of Honor.
Let's talk about that first. Yeah.
I was so over for ASE 7 last Friday.
ASE. I thought it was ASG.
No, ASE. All-Star
but I thought they used.
Extravaganza.
I know. I thought they used the
Ace.
G as in like the
No.
Ganza.
Ganza?
All-Star Ganza. I don't know why.
You know, it was the Ganza.
Yeah.
It's like Mania. It's just the
Oh,
Ganza.
you know why? I think I know why. Because in
Did
the
you think of
Hangouts.
MSG?
No, in the Hangouts, you had said how pumped you were for that, and I think it auto corrected you to ASG. For
Oh,
some
did it?
reason. Yeah.
No.
All right, so
Surprised it didn't autocorrect me to
that was a pretty amazing event.
Yeah, that was like your first Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Yeah, 3 hours of Ring of Honor on a Friday night was pretty over.
God, it was friggin' killer. Kicked it off with Fish versus Lethal, which was a retention, but still a good match. But what's crazy is we watched a card in which Fish versus Lethal for the TV title was probably the most boring match of the night.
Yep. It was, I think. It was last.
Was that the night I got my mystery shirts?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you unveiled that, and I unveiled my Phoenix mask.
Yeah, that's right.
And I had some Taco Bell.
So,
It's such a good gimmick.
yeah, my wife put you over on Taco
tight.
Bell. What was your favorite match of the night for Ring of Honor? That Dalton Castle match was
Obviously,
so good.
I want to talk Dalton Castle, but at the same time, like that match, it ended in a way that had me a little sour because Silas Young went over and got the boys. But at the same time, I was alright with that because I figured the follow-up show, we'd see them start to get repackaged, but
They didn't
we
do
tuned
anything
in tonight, and it was obvious that they recorded that episode before All-Star Extravaganza, so
Yeah,
it didn't cover anything.
That was weird.
We got some Rainmaker action and some New Japan gimmick, but
But we got on YouTube and we put you over on Dalton Castle a little bit.
Love it.
The guy's great, right?
it's so good.
Oh man, he's
I want to be one of the boys now.
you can
You're
do it.
brown enough and
Yeah.
dainty.
He can do it. What was your favorite match of the night at
I liked
ASG?
everything. The Briscoes match and the Fish match that kicked off were the two kind of outliers that weren't as good as everything else.
Right.
But I think everything else was good. I liked the Moose Cedric Alexander match a lot.
I think that's my match of the night.
Yeah,
That surprised
that
the
was
hell
up
out of
there
me
for
because
me.
I wasn't really over for either of those guys going into that event.
You just like it because you got to put your hands in your pants for the whole match because Veda was out there.
You love Veda.
I want her to kill me between her
Who
thighs. Just,
rolls
like,
with
asphyxiate
Stokely
me
Hathaway?
Dude, that's Moose.
Oh, that's right. You're
That's
all about
like
Stokely
Both
Hathaway.
escorts in that match are amazing. I was about like the guys on the apron, not the guys in the ring. But
This moth is trying to do a run-in on our show right now.
killing me. But I hope it Owen Hart's itself pretty soon.
You need to get a blue blazer, man.
I do.
We talked about that.
Too
at dinner.
soon. It's like 16 years, but too soon.
It'll never be long enough.
That's true.
Dude, there's
God.
there's like a documentary coming out about him. I'm pumped for that documentary.
R.I.P. in pieces.
I'm all about
Hart.
anything Heart Foundation. Like, I'll watch it. But
Yeah, that hardcore match was hella good. What was your match of the night?
my match of the night, because you guys have been putting me over on this guy for a long time, and like I had never really been introduced to how good he was with the AJ Styles like 4-way. That was incredible, and it's hard to go against how good that Young Bucks match was, other than the way that it ended. Like
I figured though, because I don't think the Kingdom's ever been strapped. They're pretty good,
Yeah.
so I was alright with how that went. Because the other two teams have been strapped so many times in Ring of Honor. There's
Right.
no point in giving them the titles.
But I'm enjoying the exposure to Ring of Honor, and I'm excited for the stuff they've got going on right now. But it was really, really weird the way they did that tonight. Like, I was expecting like a total Fallout show, and
Yeah.
I got nothing.
Because there was so much buildup. I mean,
and it was
you
so
figure-
random. The crap, like Silas Young came out. Is it Silas Young? That's his name?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. He comes out and just fights a random dude.
Yeah, Unbreakable Michael Elgin, who was part of the 4-way with AJ
Right.
in it.
Right. Like, it was just silly.
And we expected Fallout from like the main event.
It was similar to what's going on in NXT right now. Like, they got this Dusty Classic thing going on, and they're just like burying all the good matches. Like, there was a good match tonight, but that was just a rematch for the tag titles.
Yeah, that was a really good main event.
Yeah, that
They're
was
botching that Dusty thing.
Yeah, it's
Which was
terrible.
nice,
like,
'cause
I was
that-
excited about it.
I was excited for Pete's to get over. So, Pete's, I want to like pass it to you for a second. Like, we can get back to the Ring of Honor, but I think the only thing NXT worthy right now for this week is I'd like to get your reactions on like the Vaudevillains.
Yeah, that was your first real
Dude,
exposure.
I popped it for him, man.
They were tight,
I
huh?
dig it. I dig the gimmick, big time, and yeah, it's exciting to watch.
You were all about Simon, that guy.
Dude, Simon
Gotch,
Gotch and
yeah.
that stash.
Simon Stash really is just like the ultimate kayfabe. I mean, he's not missing teeth, but
He's not
Like Briscoe?
Briscoe drop right
Yeah.
there.
exactly. But yeah, no, I love his energy, and dude's got some solid moves. It was fun.
Right.
Dude, that one spot, like that was spot of the night for me for NXT when he
the
grabbed
kick?
like Blake, yeah, and did straight up just a hook kick over and roundhouse kick
Oh
into
yeah,
the
that was
face.
sick, dude. That was some
That was
straight.
I've been on the receiving end of that at a tournament. That move pisses me off.
I gotta be honest,
tight.
too. Like the
And how would someone find that on YouTube if they wanted to see you be doing that stuff?
They wouldn't because I'm burying it.
Oh, what's his name
I'm
on
unmasking
YouTube?
it. I'm not breaking kayfabe.
We gotta find out what that name was. There's an account.
We'll find it.
Yeah, dude. That's funny stuff. I sent you those videos of him doing
Iron
the Cobra.
Dojo, is that what it was?
Cobra
Iron
butterfly. It's not an arcade. The fire and butterfly. Alright, so, talking about NXT a little bit. I mentioned this to you earlier. I said, NXT is severely suffering, like, good storylines right now.
It's bad. It seems like they're not quite sure what to do. I mean, the Dusty Classic was a cool idea, but the way they've been setting up the feuds, because it seems to be they've got the actual tag teams going in, competing in good matches, and then they've got the just random superstars paired up, and after they lose, I think they're going to break up and feud. We've already seen that with Bull and Tyler Breeze, and that came to a head tonight. That'll probably continue for a little while, because...
Yeah, but they can't do that with every
You know
team.
that they're going to do it with Finn and Joe.
Well, they have to, because that's going to probably be a title run type of thing for Joe.
Yeah, especially since...
Or run at the title.
If they bury Enzo and Cass in the Dusty Classic, that would be a national tragedy.
That's stupid.
Oh God, what was the promo he caught? He said he was the Michael Jordan of jargon, and with a jaw so hard he can blow bubbles with a now and later.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Tight. That was tight.
What's your favorite flavor of now and later? I have a serious toss-up every single time I eat those.
Probably the banana, dude.
No, I'm in between watermelon and grape when it comes to now and later. Because it's like a sour grape. It's really good.
I don't mess with now and laters, but I get over on Starburst pretty hard.
Dude,
Alright.
that's like the WWE of like fruit chew promotions.
Yeah, dude.
At least go for Haichu, which is the new Japan.
I mess with
Sick
I
drop.
mess with Mambas. The raspberry
I was gonna say Mamba is what I'm about.
Yeah.
I like
They're just
Mamba.
a pain in the ass because they're like, it's wrapped, and then inside
one's
there's
wrapped.
3 bricks that are individually wrapped, and then you have to individually unwrap each
Now and
chew.
later's the same way,
Yeah,
isn't
they
it?
just Mambas would be
Mambas are more
buried in the Save the Earth campaign.
I do
You know?
pop for Haichu though.
Yeah,
Is it good?
Oh,
I've never had it.
it's really
I always
good.
see like sour apple.
We'll have
that
to take you
looks-
down to like the Little Japan.
You know they have it. They have it in a bunch of places.
Cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe. Yeah, we were talking earlier. That's the best
I'm a
one.
mess with cantaloupe jelly
Mark for
bellies,
the
dude.
cantaloupe.
I'll get some tomorrow.
So yeah, NXT just feels like
Yeah, they're just weak
The
right
only-
now. Like
what's crazy is the only really solid storyline that they're putting effort into that's gonna come to a head soon is the Bailey Sasha rematch. Like the promo that they did tonight, like the package, getting the hype for that. That was
I think
tight.
a lot of it has to do with since Dusty died, dude. It's really slowly like deteriorated since he moved on to a life beyond the kayfabe. You know what I mean?
I'd say that, but I don't know. We've had some good storylines. It's just
We're having a run-in right now.
who's this jobber? What's up, bro?
What's up, dog?
One of the
Dude,
Wyatts.
It's the Wyatt family. Here, we got a chair for you over here.
You gonna make chicken?
No. You're gonna sit over there? You're gonna knock down
our camera, bro.
We're
You're
on
knocking
camera
down
right
our
now.
camera.
Right here.
Don't break.
Over here.
Like,
All right. You don't want to sit over here? You don't want to be on camera?
as
All
long
right.
as you don't get drunk and take your shirt off again this time, we're good.
What's in that?
No promises. All right.
All right. So
NXT's been weak.
yeah,
but-
I don't know. Something about Dusty being gone makes me think that they're just having a hard time putting storylines together.
At the
Because
same
he
time,
was like the booker.
what's crazy though is I think it's fallen a little apart, especially I think on Finn's part. I know it's more the Booker's fault, but I was realizing this week, as much as I love Fergal, he's been kind of a crappy champion. He hasn't been doing a lot of defenses.
Fergal?
Hasn't been cutting a lot of promos. Hasn't been out there really visible to the NXT crowd.
That's Finn Balor for the people that don't use shoot names for everyone they talk about.
NXT
You know
was
what?
always
If you're watching the show and you're not a smart, get out.
NXT was always different from WWE, but now it's becoming like the same in the fact that they're putting zero effort into anything besides their takeovers.
Which is weak
They've
because
just
they're
given up on the
they're like
weekly
quarterly.
episodes.
Like we knew that those tag belts weren't going back to Blake and Murphy tonight, or
Guy
what'd you call it? Iron Man 1 and 2,
Iron
or
Man
2 and 3? Yeah.
And then I called him Guy and other
Guy one and
Guy and other guy.
thing one and thing
Yeah,
two.
guys, shut up.
Yeah.
So
We got to see Alexa Bliss though. I'm not gonna complain.
So if we're gonna talk a little bit about WWE, there's a few things to talk about there. There's Night of Champions.
first,
there's a
'cause-
great Raw after Night of Champions, which was the best Raw of the year so far.
I would agree. Because, I mean, and we thought going in, so Jay Lethal retained both titles
Yeah.
at All-Star Extravaganza. Honestly, didn't see that coming. what's crazy is we've been talking about parallels, the fact that we know that WWE Creative looks to Ring of Honor for inspiration, and even recently talent. It's obviously like the Seth Rollins gimmick with the double belt is inspired by the Jay Lethal gimmick. I thought whatever happened at Ring of Honor was going to happen potentially at Night of Champions, and it was not so, much to my chagrin. But I think we all thought
that Seth was going to double retain?
Potentially.
Yeah. You just wanted Cena to not have a belt.
Of course I wanted Cena to not have a belt. God damn.
Dude.
It was terrible. Terrible.
This is the guy that hates
Oh,
Cena.
yeah, let's talk Night of Champions, because
I thought it was actually pretty good until the end.
Thing is,
I think, like you said, they just threw that shit together in the gorilla.
Might have, dude.
Like,
no,
Kane
they
was just chilling back
so
there.
let's that part I think they really did throw together.
Okay, so it starts off with KO getting strapped, which
best moment of the night, best thing.
There's a stain on my couch from where you were like creaming your pants.
Oh god. I popped so hard because the Steenster got over on that joke Ryback. He's strapped now. It was honestly, it wasn't that great of a match, but then again, when you consider what the Steenster had to work with,
dude, that Generico mask is giving you like Cena nose right now.
I know, dude.
It's like
it's like
it is
so
smashed.
tight.
You can't see me.
So Kevin Owens gets a strap, and even though I'm not as big about Kevin Owens as you guys are, I was a pretty big fan of him getting over that night because of Ryback's just a terrible champion of any kind. Like,
now, the thing I'm really worried about is historically, the Intercontinental Champion, at least for the past few years, it's been like the Intercontinental anchor. That's kind of where someone gets buried in the mid-card. The U.S. Championship has proven to be a stepping stone. The IC title...
Well, Wade Barrett has been the IC champion 5 times, and how long has he even been around?
And that guy is like permanent mid-card to low-card.
Big E was an IC champion, and now he's in the New Day.
At least he's tag champs now, though.
That's so stupid.
Wait, New Day's tag champs?
Yeah,
yeah, again, yeah. They were tag champs when you got introduced to them.
Yeah.
Weren't they?
Yeah, they were tag champs, and then they dropped them to the primetime players and took them back like a
because
month
they won
later.
the belts when I lived at my old house, and you got introduced to New Day at this house.
So
yeah, and then they dropped
the hold.
Yeah, the hold. Yeah, the hold. Yeah.
So I mean,
Night of Champions, and then so how many belts changed hands? Like 4, 3?
3 U.S., IC, and Divas.
Yeah. So 3 out of 4 belts.
The tag match. We can talk the
belts
tag
changed.
match. I thought it was alright. It was pretty good. I'm honestly glad that the New Day retained, because I love Dudleys. They're great, but what's the point in strapping them, really?
Yeah. That quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, especially that quickly.
Well,
they're the best.
There is a point. They're 9-time champs, so they could be 10-time champs.
And I think they will. They'll stick around long enough to build up an angle. I don't think this rivalry between
Kurt
them
angle?
and
Exactly.
I don't think this
That's gonna
rivalry's
happen every
over.
time, dude.
Yep.
So
Every time.
I didn't mind.
Let's talk about the Divas belt.
Oh.
Because that was probably the biggest shift in the entire roster. Was that happening because of what happened the next night. So
And it's going to be a turning point on the Put 'Em Over podcast, because I'm going to do something that I haven't done before.
you're gonna bury
I'm
Charlotte?
going to bury Charlotte.
She's
Finally.
terrible.
She's not terrible. That was a
Dude.
terrible match.
Just admit that she's terrible.
She's not terrible.
Nikki was
Eva
great in the
Marie
match,
is
though.
terrible. Nikki was phenomenal.
Nikki was like world class in that match, and she's
Great mat work, some good spots, and that's the thing, yeah. This is what doesn't make any sense. So early on in the match, we see Charlotte take a bump outside the ring. We couldn't really tell whether or not it was a work or what, but they turned it into a work, and like Nikki, like a heel, worked that injured leg all match. It was a squash. Out of nowhere, one spear, and then a finisher that requires a strong leg. Like she just
Sounds
all
like
of
a
sudden-
Cena match.
It did. Yeah, it did sound like a Cena match.
Shoulder tackle, sit around, spit down, sit around.
Yeah, no matter,
That was a botch.
no
I
matter
botched
how
that.
much Cena's getting the shit beat out of him, like he's just like one AA away from winning the match.
Spin around, sit down, power bomb.
It was terrible. Like it made no sense for the kayfabe of the match.
Yeah,
It
and
was
Nikki tapped
sloppy
hella
work.
fast after kicking the shit out of her for a half an hour.
Yeah.
They just wanted to bury AJ. That's all it was.
Well, they already did that,
No.
and now it's time to bury. And I'm not a big Nikki Bella mark.
I listened on another podcast about how the fans came up with the Bellatron, like the did you hear about that?
No, but
Where like some mark, like figured out by time zone and down to the minute or whatever how long AJ had the belt, and then like figured out how long Nikki would have to have it, and it was even that match on Raw last week where she retained because of the DQ or whatever. She still had to have the belt like 2 hours and X minutes after Raw got over and went off the air.
Yep.
It was like to be able to have it. That's why they did the celebration on SmackDown, because she had actually had it.
Actually, no, they did it on SmackDown because no one gives a shit, and that's what you do. Anything no one cares about, you put on SmackDown.
So
yeah, that match was weak, and frankly, like I told you guys the moment Charlotte came up, she'd be the next champ. I told you, and you didn't believe me. And
I didn't want to believe you.
Yeah,
based on her NXT
either.
matches, I'd say she deserved it. Based on that match I watched on Sunday, no, that was terrible.
So based on her NXT matches, you think she deserved it over Sasha and Becky, who came up with her?
Hell no.
Then
But
that's what you're saying if you
she-
say she deserves it.
She deserves it, and she's Flair's daughter, so it's gonna happen.
Dude, but she's an embarrassment to Flair. She is.
That match was an embarrassment. Like
I mean-
I can't believe how bad it was.
I honestly think he's like doing a work when he comes out and says, "I'm so proud of you." I don't really think he is. I think he understands, like, this is bad.
Yeah, I'm losing respect for Rick.
Yeah, you like don't like Rick anymore,
Yeah.
which breaks my heart. You went from not wanting to live in a world without Ric Flair, so you want to die before he does,
I did say that.
to wanting to live in a
Did
world
say
without
that.
Charlotte.
I'd like to die before Ric Flair.
So, the other big matches of that night, I'm going to bury anything that wasn't a title match because it was Night of Champions.
Well, no, let's see what else was there. I thought the dark match was entertaining because it meant
because the Lucha Dragons were in.
no, but it meant some dragons, but it also meant it was cool that Cody Rhodes got over.
Well, yeah.
Like I want him to continue to like get a
Stardust,
good
you mean?
push. Yeah,
you
he's
love
good.
the
I love
Stardust
him.
gimmick. I don't
It's
know.
good gimmick. He's good in the ring. He's good on the mic. Like him.
As heavily gimmick like favor and fan that I am.
Gimmick centric.
Yeah. I just don't.
Gimmick biased.
I don't pop for Stardust because
See what else was there non-title? There was the Wyatt match, and then we had Jericho as the third man, which none of us
That was-
guessed because it didn't make sense.
so lame. I want to talk
we
about that.
popped, but because
I have
we're
a
all
theory.
Jericho marks.
I have a theory that Roman Reigns, more than anyone in the company right now, needs to turn heel, and he needs to do it on a legend like Jericho, and they missed an opportunity to make that happen, and now they're going to move on and have Jericho feud with Dean Ambrose for some stupid reason.
Which is weird. They set it up with that fuck you finish. He did that little heel bit, kind of turned on
Tagged
that.
himself in, yeah.
Yeah, and then they didn't address it whatsoever on Raw.
Got choked out by the dude from Game of Thrones, Sam or whatever his name is.
Samuel Tarley.
Yeah.
I can't take Braun
Braun
Strowman
Strowman?
seriously at all.
I
ever
thought
since
they,
I saw that.
I thought they
comparison.
should have. I thought their mystery partner should have been a guy named Strawn Broman. Just like some big ugly goon.
Like, there's a million. As much as I love Jericho, and I'm glad that like we got to see him before the MSG show when he's gonna fight KO.
Yeah.
It made no sense for the kayfabe, and it just, I don't know, didn't. That match was already gonna be really uninteresting because they've already done this feud to death, and it sucks anyway. So
Yeah.
for it to be
They
Jericho,
That feud's been going on way too long. They beat it to death, and it started out as Bray Wyatt. I don't know why Pizza's sneaking out, but it started out as Bray Wyatt versus Reigns, the anyone but you feud and all that kind of stuff. And it's like,
that's why I'm glad that it looks like they're already gonna kind of move on to like Orton and Bray Wyatt, which I think they'll work together. a lot better.
my theory is that Roman Reigns is afraid to turn heel because he's gonna break little kids' hearts or something like that.
Kids don't
No
even
one
like him.
cares. Yeah,
I
Vince
don't
is
know.
afraid because I think he's one of Vince's pet projects.
Oh, I read online today that the guy that got in the ring that was like dressed up like a Shield got 10 days in jail.
Worth it, dude. 10 days.
Yeah, dude, 10 days to like jump in the ring at Night of Champions and like stand with the Shield. That was tight, dude. I was hoping on Raw though when Roman Reigns came out and like cut his promo on Bray Wyatt. I was just hoping that he was gonna like say something and then be like, and you can believe in the Shield, and then Seth Rollins was gonna come out. Dude, I would have been so pumped because when you
Triple
said,
booking.
I wasn't watching because I was cleaning this garage, but when you said, hey, have you guys watched Raw yet? And I hadn't watched it yet. And you said that there was like it was the Raw of the year, and there was like a moment that we were gonna.
T-Cat was gonna pop for.
I didn't know you were talking directly to him. I thought you said. I thought you meant there was a
that's why I
moment
prefaced
we
it
were gonna
T-Cat.
pop for.
because it's something, and we'll get to
When
that.
you thought it was like a
Shield
Shield reunion?
Dude, I thought like Shield reunion, Punk came back. I don't know, man.
Hulk Hogan's unburied.
Right.
Dusty Rhodes came back to life.
I wanted like next WrestleMania to be like a Shield triple threat, but I think they're gonna hold out on that.
Yeah.
It's too big. Like that's got to be like years in the making. That's gonna be like 3 or 4 years.
Is that earth shattering?
It is.
Yeah.
So what was the other non-title match that I'm forgetting?
I don't know.
Dolph and Rusev. Garbage.
I've been watching
that
so
angle's
much
terrible.
like Ring of Honor and PWG. I don't even like really like WWE anymore.
Me neither.
But you like going to WrestleMania, right?
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
So, and then obviously the 2 big title matches.
Dude, those were great matches, man.
This is going to cause me physical pain. I might retch and like spew bile on the
I know what you're
table.
about to say.
But I thought Cena worked a decent match.
Decent?
Yeah. Don't even try and tell me it was amazing.
It was match of the night.
It was not match
Just
of
like
the night.
at SummerSlam until they like ruined it with a weird finish.
It was absolutely not match of the night.
What was match of the night? KO?
No.
Because Ryback sucks, so you can't give that the
We're
match.
getting to match of the night because it's something that requires
Seth and, and Steve?
But, yeah, Cena did his, like, Hurricanrana into the turnbuckle. Seth sold it well. Cena didn't botch it. I thought Cena worked a decent match, and the new moves he's tried to add into his repertoire, he did them cleanly. So, I hated the ending. I'm so tired of him having to hold a title. It's like his waist gets cold and he needs to strap something on there, but I thought it was a decent match. Like, I'll give him that prop.
Cena,
and that's,
bro.
He's crap. Worst thing in the industry other than Eva Marie.
You'll
never change my mind.
You're so weird.
Worse than Ryback?
Yes.
No.
Because Ryback will eventually get buried and fired. Cena's never going away.
Ryan.
Ryan.
Tell me right now. Ryan Reeves, is that his name? So, I thought the Cena match was great. I thought Sting versus Seth was really awesome. I thought Seth worked a little rough with the legend, though. Because, I mean, he threw him into that turnbuckle twice and threw him on the Spanish announce table with the monitors on the table.
That was a weird oversight for neither of them to take that out, because that's like SOP for doing a table bump.
That's a bump you don't see that often. You never see a 56-year-old take that bump.
And that's why, dude, I'm sorry. It was my match of the night, because we've seen a lot of different kind of over-the-hill legends get back in the ring, and they might work a decent match, but they're being carried by the other guy. We saw Sting do a flying crossbody off the top rope down to the floor at 56. He took a nasty announce table bump. Like, he worked an amazing match.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, between him smacking his head out, I've heard rumors that he was supposed to go over that night. But they called an audible because between that and then if you watch the second buckle bomb he gets hit with, he gets that bad whiplash and he goes down.
I read about his injury today. He was on what's that guy that does that pro wrestling radio or whatever?
Dave Meltzer?
Meltzer, yeah. He was on his show, and it was basically questions like, what really happened, like, what was the extent of your injury, and he said that he went to the hospital, and his wife was pretty much talking to the doctors, and because he was just out of it, they were drugging him up just to get him out of pain. But the first turnbuckle bump was the whiplash, and the second one caught him in like the lower back or something, and he just like lost feeling and his legs got tingly, so he really like went down.
When you see him get hit, his leg gets out and he drops, and then later on he ducks under the clothesline and goes for the counter and just goes down.
Right. So
the moment the trainer got in the ring, you knew it wasn't a work, and like
there's really no timetable for him to return either.
Seth sold it though, which was good.
Yeah.
He was like talking shit to him.
And what was really surprising is they didn't bring it up on Raw. He didn't use it to get heat on himself. They didn't give like a health update, but either way, the fact that
Vince buried it on purpose because he didn't know
how bad it was.
He didn't know the extent of it. They didn't know the next day what was going on.
Either way, the fact that Sting at his age got in, and the fact that he had to bow out because of the injury, I give him even more respect because he was willing to do those bumps and do those spots. Like, he's GOAT, man. He's the absolute GOAT.
I'm pissed that they signed him and they've buried him twice.
I think he was supposed to win that.
I really do too.
He's jobbed twice.
The way it actually ended didn't make much sense.
And then another almost cash in, and it like, come on with the almost cash in with Sheamus, dude.
Which we knew that was coming, but the Kane angle felt like such an afterthought.
Dude,
They just keep them around and just throw them out there when they don't know what else to do.
Didn't you say a few months ago, before you really got back into watching Raw, because I don't know if you had actually moved back yet, but a few months ago, him and I were talking, like, Kane needs to drop the corporate Kane thing and just show back up in the mask and just be the demon again. And, like, it didn't even pop me because it seemed so forced that night.
Now, moving on to Raw, like, I have to say, like, the corporate Kane angle and then him also, they're just ripping off the Joseph Parks Abyss angle that TNA did a couple years ago. Which they did it and it was dumb, but it was slightly entertaining because Abyss is good. But I was laughing my ass off. Like, how I never really saw corporate Kane, so seeing Glenn being Glenn and just being this goofy dude, I was laughing my ass off.
I like how
I'm
he's
liking
like,
the angle.
I did like how he was like in the room where the mask was supposed to be in like the display
like,
case.
empty.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, well,
And he's like, and if it is gone, you have a big problem on your hands, and like they get all nervous.
So
But
yeah, let's talk Raw. Holy crap!
So-
I tuned in. I almost skipped it because I figured it'd be crap.
almost promo of the year status was Paige, dude.
the Page pipe bomb.
Page pipe bomb.
That was
See, that's what I knew
insanely
was
good.
gonna pump you guys up because we've been burying the Divas Revolution and saying Paige needs to turn heel. They need to split this faction up and get some real heat and some real feuds going.
Natty's back, dude.
And Natty's back.
Hella good in the ring, so.
So we got Natty back. We got Paige, and I love. Paige came out, and obviously it's not as heated and genuine and interesting or well delivered as Punk's pipe bombs. But the fact that obviously Creative has decided to take what the general feeling in the smart community is, and potentially some of the heat backstage, and turn it into a work and make that the angle. I
There's
loved
truth behind everything she said. So
Yeah, that was the best part for me. Was that it was like a shoot. It was a shoot friggin' promo that she did.
Because, and I love that she buried the Bellas because we all know why they're in the position they're in.
sucking dick.
Yeah, you caught on to that. God, you're a master of subtlety.
I just wanted to say dick on the podcast.
You know what really killed me though? Like the thing that just was a striking blow to my heart. She cut that pipe bomb and was like taking time to rip on every diva she could, and Sasha Banks' name never got dropped. Not
You can't
once.
rip on Sasha.
She could have. Like
I feel like they're
she
intentionally-
mentioned Becky and people coming up from NXT, and
That's
Natty
'cause
doesn't
she-
even work here, and the boss gets just.
Well, she's
buried.
the heel. She's gonna go after all the faces. She's not going after
Didn't
Sasha.
she rip on? Well, she ripped on the Bellas. They're heels.
Not really.
Yeah, but she's had like a direct feud with them. Like that team that Sasha's on has just been buried in this entire revolution or whatever. Like they haven't done
That's
anything.
what kills me is then Natty's back, who I've been saying like she needs to come back and like help save this revolution, and then they have her job to Naomi.
That was weird.
They have Team Bad and don't even utilize Sasha Banks.
So the question is, how long do you think Charlotte will actually have the belt? Because I give it like a month before that is
Bullshit,
tired.
dude. Depends on how. It doesn't matter how tired the angle is.
I think-
WWE does not care how stale their product is.
Look at Cena. He's still.
Thank
How long
you,
has he been
thank
around?
you. A fucking decade.
Paige is taking the belt at the next pay-per-view, I think.
I don't think so.
She needs to after that freaking promo.
I think
Okay.
she's gonna be the first heel that Charlotte gets to like go over on after getting strapped.
Charlotte's a dude.
We already
Cancel
know.
Why
that
is
work if
why
that
does the man even have the Divas belt? It's supposed to be for women.
China existed.
If
The Glamazon existed.
if
Let's
they're
talk.
setting up Paige just to lose to Charlotte, I'm gonna cancel the WWE network.
No, you're not.
I'll,
you'll-
I'll put me over the edge.
Because then you can't watch NXT or review WCW
Does that wait? Does that mean the walls of Jericho will fall?
Yeah.
Nice.
No more walls of Jericho.
Yeah.
No, I probably won't do that. I want to. Though.
But I'm telling you guys, like, she's good enough to carry herself through a match. And she's Flair's daughter. Like, that's such a selling point, and I don't know what the politics are like
She's
backstage.
Flair's daughter.
Yeah. And did you know that she calls her
They're trying to
move
like
the
hide
figure
that
eight?
on like Raw, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, because it's twice as good as her daddy's.
By the way, do it with Flair. Woo.
Whoa.
I love that it wasn't
should
driven home
ban
enough.
that. They should
They
ban
put
that.
it on her sad little B-cup tits. Like, woo, right there. It's like,
That's
you know whose daughter I
That's
am.
the largest disagreement we have about Charlotte, other than the fact that you think she's good and I don't, is that you think she has small tits.
Yeah.
She
they're
has
big.
small.
No.
Those are not big tits.
Those
Naomi
they're
has
like
big tits.
those are like fake Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're like implants.
Yeah, they're work tits.
They're
and
work
they're like
tits.
sad work tits.
Well, yeah, you were talking.
you're
we're-
acting like she's flat chested though.
No, I'm acting like they're sad.
When I was
talking
talking a B cup,
about-
a B cup's actually not a bad thing.
When I was talking about sexual acts I wanted to do to Paige, you were talking about how like her boobs were small.
yeah, he
too.
said he wanted a titty.
There's not
Yeah.
enough meat there. But
There is-
can we
If they're
talk
not
about
double
this?
D's, they're not for Lucha John, is what it sounds like.
Paige, the moment she turned heel, her tits were on point on Raw. She was rocking that push-up bra as hard as she could. It looked nice.
Yeah, that was pretty nice.
I'm not even like, my penis does not mark that much for Paige, but I'm like coming around because of...
They've always been like that though. She
No.
always is looking
No.
that good.
They
You
have
think
not
they
been
were
on-
like heel boobs?
They've kind of flattened
they
them.
were heel boobs.
They've flattened them out from time to time. I want to bring up a topic that Pete's can chime in on.
I want to finish Raw real quick. 'cause
What are you gonna
there was,
finish about
well, there's
Raw?
a couple different things.
All right.
I'm going to gloss
all right.
over it because I thought it was the funniest damn thing of the night, but New Day and Rusev together. were
God, you love the
fucking-
New Day.
How can you not
So-
love it? When Xavier Woods is
Can we
on...
bury New Day right now?
I don't
No.
like
Okay.
them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, dude, when Xavier Woods is on the outside and Rusev hits him with a clothesline and he yells, "Eat that Bulgarian tricep meat," and then starts playing Rusev's theme on the trombone, and then Summer Rae starts, like, sexually jerking off the trombone. Like, their antics and just being total asshats. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
I actually fast forwarded through all that.
Dude, you missed some great,
did.
like, Rusev
Like
and
I saw
New
the
Day.
New Day and Rusev and Summer Rae were out there, and I was like, nah.
Dude, there's no great New Day. They are terrible.
They are not terrible. They're good in the ring and they're funny as hell.
No, Cena's better and funnier than them.
Not seen as a joke.
Cena's hella funny, dude.
Like, I'm not gonna even
Agree to
I'm not-
disagree.
I'm not gonna even get into the Cena right
You know
now.
he's
I'm so
pissed when he has to
tired.
adjust the mask.
Or my nose is gonna die.
Tell me about.
So what was no? What I felt like we're glossing over some like big moments because there were a couple other things where I was like, damn.
Well-
I wanted to talk about. I thought it was dumb that they even bothered setting up Big Show as a threat for
Shit.
Brock Lesnar because you know he's gonna job, and it sucks because that meant that Cesaro had to job even
Big
though
Show-
he worked a decent match with
The
him.
knockout punch is the stupidest thing in wrestling.
Big Show is like Kane. Like he'll every like 6 months he's gonna come out and they're gonna act like he's a big deal. Just nobody cares.
Is he the world's largest athlete?
He
I've
is.
heard that.
Is he more than just a giant? That's what he always tries to tell people.
You know what? The match I enjoyed the second amount was actually the Ryback match.
You know what sucks is that you watch this stuff without like being able to fast forward it,
I do.
and you have to watch it 3 hours after we have access to it.
And yet you guys usually don't watch stuff like the next day or like way
So I'll do
later.
whatever I want, so I can burn through
Doesn't
it in
matter.
45 minutes.
I've got my tablet. I can review Lucha Underground tape while I watch. But no, the Ryback match was great just because I'm finally getting the angle from KO I've been wanting.
You would run a
His
tablet over an iPad.
potato. The fact that he finally got to bring up the same gimmick he rocked in NXT of like sitting in on the yeah, it's the Nexus. I've got the only tablet that's wrestling related, you J-Bro.
The Nexus.
No, the fact that KO got to do like his dick heel commentary gimmick and like all the stuff he cut with JBL and like burying Byron and Michael Cole, that was some funny shit. And the promo
He was
cut
putting
backstage
somebody
was
over
hella
in that
funny.
match too. Who was he putting over in that match?
Oh, he was like putting over. He was saying how he believed.
Oh yeah, he's like, I love Bo Dallas. Look at this guy. He believes in himself. That was pretty funny.
Pipe down, Byron.
Yeah.
Like, no, it was funny. You got to like really shine there. Which, by the way, I'm like so happy. Tell us, T-Cat, real quick about the DVD you got, because we reviewed a little bit of the tape. We're going to review some more later, and Pete's got to get introduced to like two of my favorite guys in the biz right now.
Yeah. like,
I purchased the mini adventures of El Generico, the best of from PWG DVD. I think it's 3 discs, 2 or 3 discs. Got about 15 matches.
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's great. And we watched one match, and it was Steam Generico from 04 in like a high school like cafeteria,
Cafeteria, like the place where people play like
and it was great.
where 14-year-olds play volleyball. And yeah, it was great. And
Yeah, there was like a spirit poster.
and he was
on
like super thin, which was weird.
Yeah, and he still had like the same. He was thin, but still rocking like a shirt. which I thought he only rocked a shirt because he was fat.
See,
but it's
he
not true.
rocks the muscle shirt because it's douchey looking,
Yeah.
and it fits.
Because he's Anchor Blue guy.
What was great is like all the times Pete's has reviewed tape with us, and he buries KO. He buried me for having him on my shirt and saying how much I love him. Halfway through the match, he's talking about how much he loves this Kevin Steen guy.
So like, wait, is that Kevin Owens?
He's,
like 10 minutes later.
he's so funny, and look at the stuff he's doing.
I loved the somersault leg drop that he did.
Oh, was tight.
I'll
That
say
was a
this:
great
the
move.
cool thing about such a small venue is like you hear the crowd heckling Steen.
Well, yeah, and he's
then
talking-
heckling them.
And he
right
called
back.
someone a retard, like shoot retard.
Like it was amazing.
shooting
and
back at individual fans.
I was impressed with his athleticism.
I heard him
And
go,
it has-
"Oh, that's so offensive," or to somebody, like when someone tried to insult him.
And I love
He's like,
what-
"That's so insulting."
When he did the rests, he would sit on someone's lap in the audience and just try and sit on them and be a dick. PWG's
Sure.
awesome. It's great.
It was tight.
So are we moving on from Raw? Because
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it. Like I don't want to talk about Kane coming through the ring like it's Attitude Era Inferno
Yeah,
match,
that was lame.
taking him down to the pits of hell, and then he gets right out. And
I definitely don't want to talk about that shit main event. So, but I think altogether it's been the best Raw in a while.
Who was the main event that night?
It was Cena. Cena wins all. Woo! Whatever. Let's
But
move
did he
on.
bring back the open challenge? I
No.
forget.
Kane forced the rematch clause, which means hopefully I never need.
Yeah, it was Cena Rollins was doing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
It
which
was
means
that-
I never have to see Colby's time wasted with Cena again.
Shut up about Colby and
Love him.
Cena.
He's tight. By the way, my mom has taken it to a new level. She no longer just marks for him. She's like that's the guy she thinks is the hottest guy in the industry right now.
Oh, your
It's
mom
hilarious.
still watches this with you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just so she can see Colby. And just drool over
Did you
his
show her
abs.
Colby's dick pic on the internet?
I was thinking about it.
Deep web,
Straight
dude.
shoot, deep web. Live on the internet.
Get some tour popping.
I
Don't need to
live
go
on the
that deep for
internet.
that.
I live on the internet. That
So,
was fun.
what do you got hyped up so we can have some more general conversation?
Well, I wanted to bring up
Big
something.
week.
I wanted to bring up something that Pete's could chime in on. You know, like when we talked about having him as a guest, we
I wanna repackage
we
it
obviously need to talk about some classic stuff so that he can be part of the conversation, because you don't review tape like we do, and you don't have time to really sit down and watch Raw, and I don't blame you because it's not watchable most of the time. But
He can talk about getting to see Okada the Rainmaker.
so we're gonna do this two ways, okay? We're gonna do a classic. It's not gonna be like the fantasy draft, but so equated to sports. If you had to take one guy in the NFL to build your franchise around, who would it be?
Tom freaking Brady.
Tom Brady, man.
Dude, guy.
So it's kind of like that, right?
You know that Tom Brady would be over for Charlotte Small Tits. He likes things that are flat.
So shameless, shameless.
Fucking do it.
The guy that doesn't even like football hates the
Right, your
Patriots.
team is like the Brisbane Dragons.
Yeah, dude.
Bullshit. So don't even talk
Yeah,
to me.
footy.
Brisbane Lions. No, it was the
See?
Perth Dragons was the Brisbane Lions and Melbourne Demons. Shut up.
What is
Right,
that? What's
exactly.
Dude,
sport
footy.
Australian
Australian rules
rules
football.
football.
It's a
Pretty
tight
tight.
sport.
No, I'm
yeah.
into that.
Yeah. See?
We were watching that on
Yeah.
the
You have taste.
Myrtlewood Lounge.
Yeah, that was
That's
awesome.
taste.
Okay, so
You guys go to Sal's?
equated to that.
Yeah,
So we're
we
gonna
went there
go.
one time.
We're gonna go two ways.
That was
Like
on
right
the
around that
TV.
corner. I used to walk there.
Place
We're
is
gonna go
over.
two ways. The first way, we're gonna go classics. That means you can pick anyone from any era to build your promotion around. One guy. Okay? So,
By the
and
way,
then the next one, we're gonna go current.
I like that idea real quick. I think I'd make an addendum because you need more than one guy if it's going to be wrestling. You need to pick a heel and a face.
And a tag team.
And a tag team?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay. But I think you need the heel and the face because their feud is what's going to be the core of the conflict in your company.
Should you pick two tag teams so they have someone to go against? It wouldn't be that hard for all of us. We've had the tag team discussion before.
Yeah.
Alright. So, go
So it's
Pete.
from any era?
I'll give you the first pick. Anyone from any era to build your promotion around, your number one guy. You have your choice of any wrestler ever.
The face and the heel. Who's going to be your mega powers?
For heel, Piper.
Good job.
Tight.
It's either him or Flair. So
Good
it's
job.
kind of-
Flair's like a tweener, but he's probably more of a heel.
Right.
He's totally there's nothing
Alright, so
clear
there's-
about him. It's just people love him for
There's
it.
your
Yeah.
heel. You're next.
Oh, we're doing one at a time.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's fantasy draft, so
Okay.
someone could steal your pick.
Of all time.
Yeah.
For a heel. Or if are we doing heel round or can I do a face?
You can do whatever you want.
Oh. All right.
Because you have to have two guys. It's the Lucha John promotion. It's Santo. I have to have Santo. Like, no, I can't. I'm sitting here and I'm wasting my
You just
time.
totally screwed you guys. Now you can't pick.
I have no idea who to take now.
Yeah.
All right,
If
my
it's-
pick's easy. I'm taking Ric Flair.
Nice.
Like, Santo's gonna be my face, though.
I'll take Punk.
Great one.
Could you pick Flair for your face and then Flair for your Punk too?
No.
Double punch.
Okay, so you're picking a face now. Cam, do you want to pick one? Nope. He's all DDP.
For face,
Conan.
Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Good job, dude. That's a good one, yeah.
He
so
flip
you
flopped
have,
quite a bit, but he's.
so you have
good.
Macho Man and Piper. That's like
That's-
some early WrestleMania era
stuff we've
stuff.
seen and it was good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, so you're picking a face or a
No,
heel?
I need a heel.
Oh, you took Santo. That's right.
Yeah, Santo.
Dude, there's a great like lucha heel that you're. I can't believe you haven't just said it.
I think I'm gonna do it. Like, just because I know that they could work together. You'd have a face and a heel, and frankly, Santo is gonna be face forever. But my heel is gonna be someone who could be versatile, and I could pit anyone against him. It's Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah. Like I was surprised you didn't say that first.
It's Eddie.
Santo Eddie Guerrero.
He's so good.
Like, honestly, I probably should have done Eddie Sting because they're my top two. Like,
So
and I know they
my
could work.
my face. Oh, jeez, this is tough. Because I'm gonna call Flair my heel because I feel like even though he's a tweener, he's a better heel.
He was a great heel.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
absolutely.
God, this is tough because I wanna pick.
Do it. Just do it, dude.
Pick who you want.
That's the problem with doing all time guys.
Yeah, it's
'cause
hard to,
your favorites
like-
are just gonna get right.
Well. All right, I gotta take Steve.
The
You're gonna take
mechanic?
Steve?
No, not Steve Austin.
Oh.
No, it's Borden, bro.
Yeah,
I knew
I
exactly
got-
what Steve.
I
not
gotta
Jim.
I gotta take Surfer Sting.
Not Jim.
No,
All right.
Surfer
I'm not
Surfer
gonna deter you.
Surfer Sting was like such the biggest baby. I mean, Ultimate Warrior, R.I.P. was a huge face, but I just
That's what I was thinking
Surfer
about, yeah.
Sting's more versatile, and he did that. He had a great repackage and all that stuff that I was never a huge fan of. But Ultimate Warrior could never be repackaged, so he's just too. He's
Oh, he
too,
could, but it was terrible.
Yeah, I gotta take Sting.
All right. TCAP.
So who is CM Punk? And by the way, Punk's your heel, I'm assuming.
See, this is
He's
a
way
fun
better
conversation, dude.
heel. Who is going to headline your WrestleMania against CM Punk?
Punk versus Shawn.
Nice.
I wanted to
Sean
take
Waltman, right?
Yeah, Waltman. But he's not going to be X-Pac. He's going to be 6. I like that.
I wanted to take HBK, but he just had so much heel time.
Punk HBK. We're going to do numbers on pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah.
So no one picked Hulk.
Who?
Do we?
Don't bury Terry.
Seriously,
Yeah,
I feel like we
number
should
eight.
all have Hulk on our promo. Just
He's
Well, yeah.
on all.
Yeah.
He's on commentary, brother.
You just have to assume you already have a guy that iconic. But
All right.
all right, so we're picking tag teams now. And tag teams, you can pick heels and faces. It doesn't really matter.
Heel versus face.
You think so?
Yeah, you always gotta have that conflict.
I'm conflicted right now.
Well, you get to pick one, and then we're going around.
Wait, we only pick one tag team or two?
Two.
You already have Savage. You could just take Hulk and make the Mega Powers. That'd be kind of cheating, though.
I get over on LOD, man.
There you go. There you go. What were they classified as? Were they heel though?
Tweeters?
Tweeners?
They're definitely tweeners because I mean
They
they
were
were pretty over, but
Yeah. All right, LOD, cool. It's a good one.
this is the Lucha John promotion, so I'm gonna keep it cohesive because we've already got 2 luchadors feuding in the main event.
Dragons.
You're not picking guy.
So-
guy?
The WrestleMania no one but you wants to see. The main event Santo versus Eddie.
I'll tell you what, dude. Central
That's
America.
terrible.
They'd be popping.
They're gonna
for
pop.
it.
Right.
So I'm gonna grab a tag team that's gonna afford me some titties on the screen. Eminem.
There
They're
you
my
go.
heel.
Are you gonna have your WrestleMania in East LA?
I'm gonna have it in West
the
Philadelphia.
Great Western
born and raised.
Forum or something? Alright, so you got an Eminem. So
Yeah, Eminem.
Mercury and Morrison, right?
Yeah. well, Nitro.
Oh, Johnny Nitro, yeah.
It's Mercury Nitro Molina.
Yeah.
Who became Johnny Mundo on Lucha Underground, yes.
Okay. Alright, for my heel tag team, I'm gonna go with the Nasty Boys.
Tight.
Nice.
You love those guys.
I do.
You put them over in your list.
They work good with Sting, Surfer Sting too. That works good in that era. The Young Bucks.
Super kick party.
Yeah. The Young Bucks.
Young Bucks.
Nice. All right, so
Silver
you're
King!
picking your second tag team.
So is LOD?
You can package them any way you want.
Yeah, they're tweeners.
Okay.
They're like my Ric Flair pick.
Well, what you need to do is you need to think of who's going to work with their angle of just kind of being like the rough Road Warrior outsider types.
Against them?
Like who's
The
going to
Nasty Boys are good against them.
regardless of whether you make them the heels against a face or faces against a heel, you need to think of someone that's going to work with their gimmick. I know who I would actually put up against them because they're so like rough and undefined, but
shoot.
straight shoot.
God.
Come back to me. Let me think.
Come back to you?
Yeah.
You're gonna skip your pick 3 times.
That's okay.
All right, go.
I know I got one lucha pick over here. So I really
You got Blue Demon and Blue Demon Jr.
Dude, it's not going to even surprise you because this rivalry happened and it's amazing and I just want it to happen forever. Lennon and Spanky's my face team.
Yeah, of course.
It's Lennon and Spanky versus Eminem. Like,
Yeah.
the
Dude,
best
your
thing-
promotion is going out of business because nobody's paying money to see it.
Right.
Shit.
Your promotion works in like Tijuana. That's about it.
My promotion works with Smarks who watch like Lucha Underground and Ring of Honor and that's it.
In Zone Cast. Have to do it. They're too freaking good at promos.
Of all time.
Who am I gonna put the
They
Nasty
do
Boys
got
against? The
the
Steiner Brothers, Harlem Heat, like.
Yes,
I'm not
Harlem
gonna-
Heat.
I don't want to be that generic though. Like Harlem
Generic
Heat.
go.
Harlem Heat is my favorite of all time, like my favorite tag team of all time. But if I'm building a promotion, I that doesn't mean I would use them. I would use Enzo and Cass and let them do what they're the best at, which is being on the microphone and just being goofy and not jobbing to the Nasty Boys.
DK.
Well, since they're gonna be facing the Bucks, I want like an extreme like difference. I want like the dick, like douchey, like Bucks to go against like the most clean cut people there are. So I'm going Bucks versus Hart Foundation.
Nice. That's such a good.
Oh
pick,
my
man.
god. that'd be
You
great.
got it.
You got it? What's Pete's? Chime in.
I'm thinking the Rockers. If I can.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's like Young
Sean.
Bucks of Jace.
Okay.
Yeah.
Little Sean.
No exclusive contracts in these promotions.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like
This is PWG.
They're all indies.
I'm
yeah.
into this. We should add more angles to it. This is a great combo.
Kurt Angles?
We have good promotions going on, except for this
So-
guy.
Now for the second round, I think this is a little more interesting of a talk because right now we're just throwing out like, oh, these guys.
That's why it's called a fantasy draft.
Yeah, but realistically, let's build a promotion around the face and the heel on the tag team of current talent from any promotion. If you were handed $1 million and said,
Can we just
put on
say,
a show,
pick a chick real quick?
No,
Because I picked Sable.
Yeah, I was gonna add a Divas match to mine.
I'm gonna like a classic one.
Yeah.
No, they're like too current, but
Well, let's do that. Let's do that for this round. Like
Okay.
people that.
All right. Well, if we were doing all-time divas, I'd take Sable.
I'll take Miss Elizabeth because I already have Matra. It's tight.
Yeah, that works. All right. So,
I think.
all right. Let's start Ryan with this draft. Ryan,
What are
we'll
we
start
doing?
and we'll go this way
So
this time.
let's actually do it. Let's heel and face. 2 tag teams.
it's current.
Current talent.
only and divas.
So
Or
current
female.
talent, any promotion.
Any promotion.
All right, and we're doing
Yeah.
like. All right. I think the best. I'd take Seth Rollins first overall.
He's pretty
Colby.
versatile, dude.
He's hella good. Tower Black. Love that guy. Right, Pete.
I know we're going this
No,
way
we're
this
going that
time.
way.
We're reversing it.
So I only have to worry about one pick because this is going to
Yeah.
be like some Japanese.
Oh my god, this is
Jobber.
tough, dude. This is
Nakamura
so tough.
Shinsuke, King
like-
of Strong
I
Style.
don't think I know who your pick's gonna be actually.
Dalton Castle.
Nice. Nice.
I have
First
to.
round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to take him.
He's not gonna take him in the first round.
Right.
You would have taken him, huh?
You gotta have draft
No.
strategy, dude.
Nope.
I bet you wish you picked Tom Brady now after.
It's current talent though, and I'm over for that guy, so I'll take him.
Do it. Take who you like.
Yeah.
You could build a
Go for it.
promotion on him, dude.
Zayn. Zayn's the face of my company.
Sami Zayn?
Sami Zayn. He's the face of my
that's
company.
really
He's the
good.
guy that I put up.
I'm
as the
surprised you didn't take Steamster.
versatile face. Like,
Yeah.
I honestly think, especially realistically in the WWE, given the right push, he could replace Cena. He's so over. He's so good. He's so charismatic. He's so likable. That guy could be the next face of wrestling. I wish he wasn't so late into his career for like mainstream.
Daniel Bryan?
Yes.
Good.
Nice.
Good pick.
The American
Good
Dragon.
pick.
We'll forget that he's injured and pretend that
No, he's
full health.
totally
He'll be
fine.
back.
Cleared, right?
Because your promotion, you would clear him. It's the WWE that won't.
Yeah, he's cleared.
Alright.
Put him against
So
some jobbers.
So
Who's
I
going
need
up against Rollins?
I don't know if I want Rollins to be a face or heel.
Have we ever seen him as a face?
He
Though?
would be
Shield.
an amazing.
He
face,
would
yeah.
be,
He
but-
was on the Shield. I'm gonna take. I think a good feud would be Seth Rollins, AJ Styles.
Ooh, yeah.
So I'm taking
I
AJ.
paid money to see that.
This is tough.
You just put that deodorant on.
You found deodorant and put it on?
Yeah.
Oh, tight.
You just found deodorant, or did you bring it?
No,
It's like in a box.
When I cleaned the garage the other day, I found like a whole
Where's the
stick of
Jace?
deodorant.
Cameron's a weird guy.
Dalton's my face. I need a heel.
He could be a heel though.
I
absolutely could.
kind of drafted him as a face though.
So draft Breeze to set up that dream match.
That would be such a I want that to happen.
It would be tight.
I think they would work really well in the ring together.
God, you
I think that would have been my heel right there.
Power Breeze?
Right there.
Oh. Not in the current shape he's in.
I gotta take KO. He's too fucking
Yes, you just stole it from him.
talented. He's too talented.
Dude, steal anything.
Yeah,
He's-
you weren't gonna try to set up KO Zane.
No, because
He's-
that's actually going to happen.
He's so good. KO, I'll take KO. He's a great heel. Current talent, he's one of the best.
I want since I'm pulling from current talent and I want it to be super versatile. And frankly, you know what? No, I'm going to bring him up just because I know he can be a heel. He's more of a tweener, but it's Joe.
Samoa Joe?
Yep.
Pick him.
Yeah, sure you
No,
are.
seriously.
You don't even know who Samoa Joe is.
Okay.
He's gonna kill you.
Has he ever seen him once?
Yeah.
Cut a
dude, he-
promo tonight,
That's
bro.
true.
Shit.
And he
Yeah, and your exact words were, "Who's this jobber that Enzo and Cass are gonna stomp on?"
Just to get a rise out of you, because I know you pop for Joe.
Yeah, dude. I think Joe against Generico, amazing matches.
Yeah.
Shoot, you just stole my freaking thunder.
Like WCW Thunder?
Thursday night.
It's a tight hat.
Thanks.
What do you got?
Oh, I don't know back No draft strategy.
Joe or bust.
Your Daniel Bryan pick was pretty good.
I know, but who would match up with Daniel Bryan? Dude.
H.
I know who
They had a great feud.
I know who I'd put up
H
against
still wrestles.
the American
Yeah,
Dragon.
he's an excellent heel.
I'd grab CM Punk.
He's not current though.
Why
left,
not?
He left the business.
Just because he's left the business doesn't mean he could pop. He could pop up at a promotion at any time.
Would you grab-
The point is he's still in ring shape because he's prepping for UFC.
Yeah,
You
but
could sign him.
Okay, so he's actually signed by the UFC. So would you pick like Johnny Hendricks in your draft? You don't even know who I'm talking about, do you?
No,
Yeah, you're talking about bringing in like. Would you pick John Jones for your promotion?
I don't even know who that is.
How do you not know who John Jones is?
I don't know or
Because he's
care.
a jobber.
Because he's not a wrestler, so I don't care.
Jeez.
I don't even know who John Jones is. Is it UFC?
Yeah.
But CM Punk is he's in ring shape. I think he'd be the
Are you
great
gonna take
heel.
Cowboy Cerrone for your pick?
No. I'm not picking UFC fighters.
I don't know. Help
You don't
me out
know?
here. I don't know.
I
what you're trying to
tried.
do.
I told you, Triple H and Daniel Bryan's a great feud.
Or you can take
That's
Finn.
already happened. Like,
So?
Finn.
You were gonna set up Steenster and freaking Zayn. I know you were.
no, it's already
Finn-
happened.
Is Finn a...
He could be anything.
Finn could be a good heel if they really tried.
Yeah, he was in Japan.
That's true. Just Bullet
Gaijin.
Club style.
Are there any other...
Prince Devitt.
Good heels that I was missing. I mean, I'm not as familiar as you guys are.
Silas Young. You were so over for him the first time you saw him tonight.
That
He
was
was
pop.
tight.
The last
He's a
real man.
good heel.
I did pop for Silas. Yeah. I'll pick him.
I'd watch
He's
that.
tight.
He's not like a huge.
All right, where are we
name,
at
but-
in the draft? So you're picking a tag team now?
Yeah, we're the tag teams or women.
Yeah,
we wanna grab.
I'm taking a women.
Okay, we're doing women now.
Yeah.
All right.
Whichever.
Paige.
Of course.
Sasha.
Kong. Awesome Kong. Like,
Awesome dong.
Dude, it's Awesome Kong. Like, no question about it.
Nikki Bella.
Good one, dude. She's a good heel, dude.
It's hot, dude.
Candice LeRae.
Damn it.
I want the Paige LeRae match.
See, you didn't steal anything, Hurley. T-Cat just stole my second pick.
Becky Lynch.
This is hard because I need someone that is in stark contrast to Kong. Because Kong's like a force of nature. It doesn't matter if she's face
I
or
love
heel.
Kong.
Dude, she's so good.
He's so good.
Nice Freudian slip there.
I need someone who's a good contrast to Kong.
Your mask makes me want to play Pogs. It looks like a slammer.
I'm a Keenie right
Yeah.
here.
Dude, I think...
You know what? I'm
I
gonna
think-
go with because I want to prove that women can put on like just disgusting, amazing, hardcore matches.
Natty.
Beta Scott,
Who's the chick with the NXT Diva belt?
Bailey.
Bailey.
Yeah.
She's great, dude.
Yeah.
She's super over, dude.
If you didn't draft Nikki, I thought Nikki would be a good opponent for Kong.
Nikki and
Yeah.
Bailey would be a good feud.
Like, could
too.
you imagine like the
'Cause
all-out
Nikki would treat her
brawl
like the little
Beta
sister
Scott
that
would
nobody
have
liked.
with Awesome Kong?
You could have picked Oxka.
Oxka? Oscar?
All right.
Oska.
So are we
I thought
on,
about Kana, but
Are we on the tag teams?
yeah. Who's your tag? Who's your first tag team?
They have to be a current tag that's like together. Or
Yeah, Young
okay,
Bucks. Would it be the
creative
Young
tag?
Bucks?
I think you could create, but you'd have to already know that like these guys would work together, because otherwise you're
I'm
gambling.
not gonna take the Bucks. I already took them from my other promotion. I'll take the Inner City Machine Guns.
That's fucking tight. You know I love Prince Puma, so
Do I have to follow the same rule? Because I would take Enzo and Cass.
do it. That's why I thought it was
Follow
dumb that you used them for your.
Well, they're
Yeah, Enzo
I'm
and
that
Cass.
over for them.
Makes sense. Me?
There's nobody more talented on the microphone right now than Enzo.
That's
Ever.
true. He does cut a mean
So
promo.
good. Spectacular vernacular.
Now I'm assuming I can rock the Freebird rule if need be.
Don't pick the New Day.
No.
I thought he was going to.
No. But I can rock the Freebird rule. We're cool with that?
What does that mean?
That's,
What are you, a jobber?
that's
Yeah.
a 3-man tag team where you
We
can like.
even talked about this 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Colony.
The colony.
I need some masks in this promotion, and
Yeah.
the Colony's hella good, dude.
Vaudevilles.
Nice!
Hey!
Dude, I popped for him.
Dude,
tonight,
you
man.
loved them. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're sick.
They're
dude.
really good.
Guy, another guy.
Big into the gimmick. Yeah, not so much.
So you've got Inner City Machine Guns.
Gable Jordan.
I like Jordan that much though.
That's the
I know you
problem.
love Gable.
Yeah,
Gable's
I
so
just
good.
like Gable, and I take Jordan with
I don't
him.
think Jordan could hang with Ricochet, dude.
So I took Enzo and Cass. That's a big face team. I need a heel team.
I'm also gonna upload the Paige Candice LeRae match onto UJizz because that's like porn.
Might as
From
well
your
be.
promotion.
Yeah.
Huge.
Are you gonna load it to?
Are they going to be in a
Motherless?
naked Lego match?
No,
Oh, whatever. Lame.
they could be.
Dude, there's not like a heel tag team that I like really pop for. I hate the New Day.
You know who John's picking?
I pop for the Young Bucks. Are they like they're pretty heel?
They're
right?
very heel when they
Yeah,
want to be.
I'll
I'll take
I'll take the Bucks. They're just so over. It's hard to tell sometimes because people freaking love
Take the
them.
Kingdom.
It's 'cause
No, I'll
dude,
take the Bucks.
You gotta realize, like,
I want some-
outside of WWE, people cheer for talent.
Yeah,
they
I
don't
know.
care about your look, and they don't care
That's
about
what I'm saying.
your
It's just hard to
win.
tell for me who's just being exposed to them. Like, but they're so good.
But they're dicks, and they're vanilla spot monkeys.
Sure.
So, I want contrast, so I've got 3 flippy, crazy ant gimmick colony.
I don't know who you're gonna pick. I think it'll be a tight match.
Do you?
Thanks.
Because I don't think you do.
All right.
Wait, who do you think?
Well, if I say it, and
Can you like type it on the screen or something? So
Yeah.
all right, I'll get some proof.
or like bring up a picture.
Yeah,
'cause
that's what I'm doing.
This is someone like I think they'd work an amazing match because these guys are actually super acrobatic, but they're like so contrasting in style and look. I think it'd be interesting.
Awesome.
What is it?
War Machine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, there's proof. I was typing it.
Yeah. He had it.
You
You did War Machine?
you like War Machine
I-
that much?
Those guys are what the Ascension wanna be.
Yeah.
They're like hardcore, big Viking, edgy
I
dudes.
typed it and like the shoot like War Machine was coming up. I was trying to get.
Jim Rhodes, baby.
I typed in War Machine ROH.
I love that the shoot War Machine is a Marvel comic character.
Yeah.
So yeah, dude, I think those two would be so contrasting. They're both talented enough to put it on a sweet match. I love War Machine. I think they're freaking great.
They are
They're-
really good. That big guy is like really good too.
They're like the epitome of like big bruiser wrestling. They're what guys like Ryback should be.
Did we?
So
What else
who's going up against your vaudevillains?
It's a tough one. Like I don't like you. I don't really pop for any.
So the vaudevillains are your face, right?
Yeah.
You just bury the New Day. Make them your
I was
heels.
thinking about New Day, but like.
Yeah, you
oh,
could have
Wyatt.
them just
What
to
if
like.
Wyatt family.
get
That'd
There you go.
destroyed.
Oh god,
Yeah.
the Wyatt family? That'd
That's
be tight.
good. That's talent, dude.
be a weird, like.
It'd be super
Aaron?
weird, and like their their gimmicks are so strong that it'd be hard to find a way to clash it. But
All right. So here's the final. Here's the final draft pick. Who do you sign to a Legends contract that can still put on matches?
I don't know who John's gonna pick.
Ryan.
Legends contract.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go with. Does like Jericho fit that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
I'd say
take Jericho.
so, dude.
He's signed to one right now, so yeah. I would sign Stone
So, like-
Cold and pray that he can actually put on a match.
We're going for the nostalgia draw.
The Rock.
Yeah, I know who I'm gonna sign.
I know too.
Someone from
No, you
TNA.
don't. Well, that's all right. Let's do this again.
wrong.
Let's do this again. Start typing,
I'm probably wrong.
because you're not gonna even be able to spell this name if you're getting it right. Because you're not.
So I'm definitely not getting it right because that's what I had.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Really?
Hell
Dude.
yeah, dude.
I'm just kidding.
Sting. No, it's not Sting.
Wow.
Because we have to pull from current guys in their current shape, and Sting might never wrestle again. So,
No, I was
I'm gonna-
like throwing injuries out the window. I signed Stone Cold.
which he's not injured. or
Yeah, but
anything.
there's talks that he could put a
He's a
match
goddamn
on.
mechanic.
He's a mechanic.
He's a
yeah.
goddamn mechanic. But no, Jushin Thunder Liger proved at Takeover Brooklyn. He can.
Brett Michaels. Shawn Michaels.
No.
Bret Hart.
He's not
I was
in
gonna
ring
say
shape
Bret Hart.
though.
Bret Hart's pretty out of shape.
Yeah, he is.
I'll
not
pop
in
for
shape
Rock
either.
of Love on VH1. Brett Michaels.
I talked. For
I'll give you Bret Hart.
I don't know. Like
Yeah. I was kind of throwing injuries out because there's a lot of people that say that Stone Cold should never work a match again because of his neck and back injuries, but I think he will.
Do I think HBK could throw down with a match still?
God, he's so good.
that he won't either. Like his back,
He can just-
he's lucky he can
Sweet
still
chin
walk.
music.
Yeah, dude, he hit one at the Mania we were
That
at.
was sick. On March
Really?
29th.
Santa Clara.
Okay, merch shout out really quick. I got this book, Ultimate Warrior: Life Lived Forever, and it's pretty sick. And it came with all these gimmicks on the wall. And there's another gimmick that it came with too, and I haven't put it up there yet. But anyway, the photography alone, when I was reading the reviews on this book, every review I read said something about the photography, and it was like, dude, there's such good stuff in here. Like freaking, look at that, Rick Rude just posing over Warrior right there. Yeah. Anyway, reading about the Blade Runners in the
Gimmick came
early
out.
Coming out
days.
the Royal Rumble superposed down between.
Yeah. Reading about his early days on the road with Steve Borden as the Blade Runners, like just such a good book so far. And like you said, I popped that it's like a coffee table book that you could just like leave it out and someone could come over and be
Browse
like,
through it.
yeah,
And
just
walk in and
nostalgia
know that
and be
you're a
like, oh my god, it's Ultimate Warrior, and
Who's that?
boom. So anyway, I got
Tell
that.
him to get out of your house.
I got that, and I got the Daniel Bryan book about his journey to
But your merch
WrestleMania.
gimmick's not here yet.
No, I have a big merch gimmick coming in, like the holy grail of merch gimmicks.
And my Liger shirt's not in yet, so for my merch rundown, you guys have actually seen it on our inaugural video log. I got my El Generico and my Wagner Jr. mask, so.
Nice. And you're gonna get over on a shirt.
You gotta get something.
Yeah, you have to. You gotta be kayfabe when you come into this podcast, bruh.
Gotta gimmick up.
My mystery shirts that I talked about on last week's podcast.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
So I got
You popped.
I got CM Punk, Welcome to Chicago, motherfucker. I got that shirt. And I also got, which I'll never wear, by the way.
To church.
Yeah. And then I also got Slobber Knocker, a JR Slobber Knocker shirt, Jim Ross, pretty sweet. And then I got my 316 Gimmick Street shirt that I ordered during the podcast one night. You have anything coming
You
in?
ordered it during the cast?
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
No, I don't have anything.
You're about to make a big order of mystery shirts,
Yeah, I'm
right?
gonna get a bunch of mystery shirts just because they're
We're
helpful.
gonna
You said you're
open
getting the
them.
Super Kick party,
I'm
right?
gonna get that with it, yeah.
I think now that we're doing video, we all need to order a couple mystery shirts so we can open them on the cast.
And then I'll get something page related, and then that's it.
So, I think the last thing for we've done our discussion. The last thing I wanted to talk about that I realized we didn't cover, and I thought it was kind of weird because it was the thing I was most hyped about this week, aside from the Dalton Castle match, was Kana's debut. That was you popped pretty hard in anticipation, but it
But
was
she
weird.
just came out and signed a contract. That was weak.
There was
she
no
gave
action.
Asuka's gonna kill you look.
Well, she is. She's brutal, but I'm hoping we actually get to see her in action because I was kind of disappointed.
Yeah, is there anybody she can really have matches with there that's gonna be good?
I think Dana Brooke could. I think a lot of the women in the WWE and NXT could work a match, but they're not going to be used to what she's going to bring to the
Yeah,
table.
that's what I mean.
Same with how Kenta
Nice.
kind of had to water himself down. But I'm pumped. I think the Divas Revolution, which is something we wanted to happen, but we've been burying because we've been so disappointed in the direction it's taken, I think it's finally headed down the right path. They're bringing new talent into NXT. They're finally kind of reshuffling how they're doing things on Raw, so I'm excited. I'm finally optimistic again.
Sweet. Good night from the new Put 'em Over Gorilla.
It's a tight gimmick.
I'm gonna go to bed soon, but we're gonna review some Genericos.
Yeah, we're going to see some Generico Liger, I think, next.
Nice.
So, you can
Are you
find
in
us...
for the long haul tonight?
Do it.
All right.
You can find us at putemover.com and at putemover on Twitter, and you can follow myself, Lucha John, at the Jobberwocky, where you're sure to find me burying talentless hacks.
Is at Lucha John available?
I don't know.
Have you checked?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
probably
gotta
should.
Should lock
be.
it up.
Yeah, I
Why
probably
would somebody
should.
have Lucha John on Twitter besides you?
Yeah, I
I
like.
know, because it's hard for a luchador to get over in the States. So, signing off, I'm Lucha John.
I'm Pete's.
T-Cat.
This is Hurley.
Have a good night.
See you, Paige.
One night, Paige is gonna listen, man.
I think we need to camp.